So I'm going to come out of the dark and into the light and tell you my name is Amy. I'm from Indianapolis, and this is my Mars confession. We got asked a bunch of really amazing questions this time around, and I love these kinds of projects, so I'm really excited to contribute. The first question on the list was, what are your biggest dreams? And as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about something I wrote a couple days ago, and the question that was asked of me at the time was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Which I think is a really ridiculous question because I didn't even know I would be here last year. So my biggest dreams have to do with how I want to live life. I want my life to be a continuous adventure full of exploration, getting to learn about and meet new people. I've always been really interested in relationships and connections between individuals, and much of how I've been able to start kind of creating these connections is through writing and asking questions and through art and portraiture, and that's really where my passions lie. And I think I want to pursue those two, I don't want to call them occupations, but those two things as a medium for continuing to get to meet new people and learn about people and learn about what drives them and how they're wired, what makes them happy, what makes them sad, what they love, why they love it. I want to understand why people have passion for the things that drive their life. So that's all I can really say for my dreams. It's the second question, well, it wasn't really a question, but the second proposition was asking if I had anything I wanted to say to the echelon. And I will always have something to say to them. I'm infinitely grateful to have them in my life. This last year and a half has been filled with a lot of turmoil and change and uncertainty and doubt and self-doubt, and they have been a huge supportive force. They have assured me and given me confidence to be fearless and be bold in presenting my work to the world and no longer trying to hide it for myself and tuck it away as though it's something I need to be ashamed of or something that's frivolous and immature to pursue as something I really love and something I'm very passionate about. I will forever be grateful to have them in my life, and it's amazing to me to see people all over the world who daily make an effort to spread kindness and encouragement and love to one another. It seems like that kind of community is so hard to find and almost impossible to be a part of sometimes, and once you get past a certain point in your life, it seems like it's even harder to find your people, and that definition changes a lot as you change and your lives change and your friends' lives change. So being able to have those people in my life and make it so rich and beautiful and vibrant is truly a gift, for which thank you seems like ridiculously insufficient words to express my gratitude for having them in my life. The third question I answered about my favorite track off of This Is War. And this is actually a really incredibly difficult question to answer because This Is War was such a powerful album in my life. I feel like it's earned its spot as one of my top five albums of all time. But after much deliberation, it seems as though Kings and Queens will forever be that anthem that I need to have in my life. there's something so magnetic and triumphant about it. It draws you in this way, it builds. And sometimes when you're having a really shitty time of life or in love or in work, sometimes it's just feeling that energy build that can just revive you into this new place and beyond, the present and the circumstances that are holding you down and keeping you unhappy. So I think it's beautiful to have that. And there was, what was it? It's just listening to it, you hear all this herald of voices that are woven into the fabric of this song, and it's just it's a huge reminder that there are so many people all over the world that are battling something every day, big or small. Everyone is fighting a fight sometimes, and it's just so assuring knowing that I'm not alone in having that battle every day. And it kind of pushes me on, pushes me forward, and brings me up when I really need it the most. So thank you for that. The final question I answered as part of my contribution was, if I could be anywhere right now, where would I be? Honestly, I would be in California on the coast in a heartbeat if I could be. But more generally, I want to be on the beach overlooking this vast wonder of the ocean. There's something so enormous and endless and massive but inclusive about standing next to the ocean. It's probably the most peaceful place I've ever been in the world. Everything gets kind of quiet in the midst of nature in general, but there's something specific about standing next to a body of water that just, it feels like it's filled with possibilities, and sometimes just not being able to see the other side of things just reminds you to hope of what's beyond what you see. It's really beautiful to be reminded of that. It's kind of like seeing sunsets sinking into the water. It's a kind of about death and renewal and beauty, and how there will be this endless cycle of death and rebirth and revival and defeat, and getting to be reminded of that continues to remind me to fight and to know that sometimes things are temporary, but no, they're worth having as part of your life. So that is my contribution. I love you guys so much. Thank you for doing this. You are amazing. Take care. See you soon.